Hey friends, and welcome back to Cleaning Therapy. My name is Jenny if you're new around here, and today we will be working here in the kitchen. So as you can see here in my kitchen, I've already got all of my decor taken down as much as I can. I've just got my everyday items up, and that'll just make deep cleaning so much easier. I find that if my kitchen is already tidied up and there's not a ton of dishes, it's just so much easier to deep clean. Otherwise, if I try to tidy it first and then deep clean, I usually wear out and I just don't have the energy. So I'm starting here with this dusty light fixture over the sink, and I'll use this feather duster on an extension pole to get all up in the nooks and crannies over here. So I'm just gonna dry dust this first, and then I'll wash it with a hot soapy washcloth.
A pair of jeans and a dusty shirt. We didn't have a dime. No, you and me were poor as dirt. All we had was time. Hey, do you remember? Sneak it out in the night. Me playing the fender and you singing, oh, it's alright. Beating hearts full of lust. Shiny stars over us. Just a dream guiding us, and not a single cloud in the sky. If I could go back in time.
Now that the light fixture is clean, I'll move on down to these blinds. And again, I'll dry dust them first, and then I'll wash them off with the washcloth, and then I'll pull them up and go ahead and clean that window as well. Let me know in the comments if you've started spring cleaning yet, and if so, what are you working on? What tasks are you doing all over the house? Or if you're doing one room at a time, what room are you working on right now? I would love to know. And I know that we're going to get our houses all back in order, and it's going to be such a great feeling, especially now that the weather is starting to get a little bit prettier and we have a few more sunny days mixed in with the cooler days. It just really motivates me to get those windows open and get some cleaning done. And it's always just such a great feeling. So let me know what you're working on.
'Cause it all led us up to this. Every moment, every kiss. If I could go back in time, I'd pack my bags right now. If I could play back, rewind, I wouldn't think twice. A pair of jeans and a dusty shirt. We didn't have a dime. No, you and me were poor as dirt, and all we had was time. When you and me were poor as dirt, and all we had was time.
So lately I've been on the search for a little curtain to put in my window just to kind of diffuse the light a bit right here. It's a little bit harsh sometimes in the afternoons, and I really wanted something just to kind of soften this area a little bit, add a little bit of texture, a little bit of color, and I really think this looks good. I think it warms up the space a bit. So let me know what you think in the comments if you like that. I'm gonna go ahead and take this same feather duster and just kind of go along the edges where the ceiling meets the walls, and then I'm also gonna go on top of these cabinets. And I got this idea off of one of my absolute favorite cleaning channels, Mom to Moms. My friend Michelle runs that channel, and if you are struggling to create routines or just to stay on top of your cleaning, she is your go-to channel. She is a very efficient cleaner and she gets it done. So as you can see under my fridge, it's a little bit bad over here and the baseboards are really dusty. So I'm gonna go ahead and tackle this next.
Can't change you. I see in you my mother's eyes, and I lay your head to my shoulder. A lock of gold, a secret smile. I will tell you when you get older. I place a hand upon your heart. Every beat is taking me over, and I will hold you in my arms. Pretend we'll stay here forever. Time changes everything, and
And as cute as Alex's artwork is from Valentine's Day and Mardi Gras, I'm gonna go ahead and take these down and put them away, and I'll go ahead and clean the sides of this refrigerator really well. And then I also want to tackle the back of it because it's just really dusty, and a lot of dust and dust bunnies always seem to collect in those vents at the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those vacuumed and cleaned really well.
To start this long overdue conversation. Why we're falling apart, awake, tossing and turning, one more endless fight. Since I heard you were talking.
And while I have the fridge pulled out, I'll go ahead and clean these upper cabinets because I know I'll be working on that shortly, and I'll go ahead and get this done before that goes back in. I'm also going to be using mopping glue today on my floors. Now I have to say that I am trying a few new cleaning methods and products today, and I just wanted to try them out. I'm spring cleaning a little bit differently than I did last year. I'm trying to always continue to improve the process, make it better, make it more efficient. So the mopping glue was one of the products that I picked up, and I wasn't crazy about how it performed on my floors. It might perform better on different types of floors, but for mine, they were just a little too sticky afterwards, even after they had dried. So I'm going to go ahead and stick with my method floor cleaner, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I try out different things, but that I'm always honest with you guys about how it works for me. So here is the nice clean floor underneath the fridge, so I'll go ahead and move it back now. For the front of the fridge, I'll go ahead and use these Wyman stainless steel wipes. These are by far my favorite. I used these for many months, and then I switched over to the spray, and I really didn't care for it as much, but I just wanted to finish it up. And now I'm back to the wipes. I feel like these leave the best streak-free shine, and they're by far my favorite. I also wanted to let you guys know that I will not be deep cleaning the inside of the fridge or the pantry today, because that will be in a separate video. I'm really just gonna focus on the cabinets and the counters and the appliances in the kitchen, as well as the floors. So be on the lookout for a video where I tackle deep cleaning and organizing the inside of my refrigerator and pantry.
Thank you for making it easy to leave. Thank you for letting me know how I feel.
Now I'm going to start with the kitchen cabinets, and I'll work my way from top to bottom, and all I use is Ivory dish soap or Dawn dish soap on a washcloth, and that gets the job done. I don't like to use any harsh chemicals on these cabinets because I did paint them myself, and I want to make sure that the finish lasts as long as it can. So it's been 2 years now since I painted them, and so far they are holding up so well, and I just want to keep taking good care of them. And if you are interested in painting your kitchen white, if you've ever had the desire to do that and are curious about the process, I do have a video showing the entire process of painting this kitchen, and I always keep it linked in my description box for you guys to watch. So make sure you check that one out. It's a really good one.
Still got your pearls hanging by my bedside. Still got your lips on paper in a trash now. I never knew love could be so sweet. I never knew it would sting. I never knew love like this would leave me in pieces. Oh, Emily, when did you fall right out of love? Oh, Emily.
So I'm pulling out this drawer here at the bottom of my stove so that I can get this cleaned out really well. If you are unable to pull out your stove, if it's just too heavy or too awkward, you know, this is a really good method to get this area cleaned. And you can really get in there pretty well with the vacuum, and then you can get in there with a microfiber cloth. And this is just a really good way to clean it that I would highly recommend. I'm also going to be vacuuming out the drawer because I still have baking soda in it from last year when I cleaned my oven with the baking soda. So I don't want to repeat that this year. That was not my favorite method. As you can see, there's still baking soda in here from last year. So this year I'm actually going to be using Easy Off Oven Cleaner Fume Free. And I really don't like the harsh chemicals and the strong smell of the original, but the fume free I really liked. I thought it worked really well, and it really didn't smell bad at all. It has kind of like a lemon scent. So I definitely recommend this method. And for the racks, I actually used the Dawn Power Wash, and I just sprayed them and let it sit before I scrubbed them. Now, as I'm editing this, I definitely would have just used the Easy Off on these as well, but I usually don't think of these things in the moment. Most of the time I figure out how to do things while I'm editing because I see what I'm doing and I realize that there are better ways. So I'm just gonna let those products sit for a bit while I unload the dishwasher and get all these dishes put away, and then we'll go back and clean them. I'm actually gonna be leaving them for about an hour, so just so you guys know how long it actually was.
Trouble sleeping, so I stay up late at night in a room.
For the dishwasher, I'm just going to use this Finish Dishwasher Deep Cleaner. Say that 3 times, and that'll make that process really easy. It's a brand new dishwasher, so I'm not going to worry about cleaning the filter, but I did want to go ahead and give it a deep clean with that little product. And then I'm just going to put these dishes away, and then I'll go ahead and get the microwave cleaned out. I'm following along on my checklist, mostly just because I don't like to lose my place. I get interrupted a lot when I'm cleaning. I'm a mom of 3, and I have to run people different places, pick up people. I have to change diapers. I have to do different things. So checklists for me are just a nice and easy way to kind of keep my place in case I have to break up the cleaning into different times or days or even weeks, and so that helps me to remember where I left off, and then it helps me to know how to clean in the right order from top to bottom. So if you need a checklist, I do have some on my website, cleanyourwaytocalm.com, and you can go. I have free printables if you're a checklist kind of person and you'd like to have one.
On anything but you, 'cause all I want is to get some shut-eye. But the thought of you is keeping me awake. I don't know what it is, but it's been like this ever since we kissed. I don't know what to do.
So to clean my microwave, I like to spray some vinegar spray. It's vinegar, water, and a dash of Dawn dish soap. And then I go ahead and just spray that all in there. And then I just microwave it for a couple of minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. And then I just wipe it out with a sponge, and it's very easy. It just melts right off. I used to put it in a bowl and microwave the vinegar either in a measuring cup or a bowl, but you don't really even have to do that. You can just spray it in there and microwave it, and it really does the same thing. So for me, that's just an easier way to do it. And then I'm taking the Wyman stainless steel wipes to do the outside. I forgot to show the camera, but for the cooktop today, I'm using the Mrs. Meyer's cream cleanser in the lemon verbena, and that one is my favorite right now. It's my go-to for the sink and the stovetop because it's a really gentle cleaner, but it's a really good degreaser as well. So I like to scrub that really well with my scrubber sponge, and then I go over it with a glass cleaner to bring back the shine. If you're new here today, I just wanted to officially introduce myself and say welcome. Again, my name is Jenny and I'm a mom of 3 and I live here in Louisiana. And I started my channel because I wanted to take charge of my mental health. It really has helped me along with many other things. And it's one way that I manage anxiety and depression. And so I love to share inspiration on my channel just to give hope to other people too, who just feel overwhelmed by the state of their homes or also have mental health issues and just need that friend to clean with and get things done with. So thank you so much for joining me. And thank you to all of you for all of your sweet, sweet messages while I was out with some issues that my husband was having with his health. And, you know, he's doing much better. We've got a few answers and we're just working through that, but we are okay. And I just wanted to thank you so much for your thoughts and prayers during that time. I am so happy to be back and I'm grateful for everybody's support. Here in my accent cabinet, I wanted to put up a couple of touches for spring, a couple of cookbooks in this cute little copper pot that I found at an antique store. And I have this little crock that I picked up at Kirkland's last year, and I put some wooden spoons and rolling pins in there. And then I also got this at the antique store. This store was in Fairhope, Alabama, and Tony and I went on a little weekend getaway, and it was the cutest store. And so I'm really glad I picked those things up, and I really like the way this little cabinet turned out.
Pushed and pulled until they ran. Give me a reason, give me a change, give me something to love, at least something I can make sense of. Give me freedom, give me faith.
So here I'm going to start scrubbing at these oven racks, and I was really happy with the way the Dawn was working. As you can see, it looks really good compared to this side over here, but it does take some work. So I was really scrubbing pretty hard to be able to get these, not super hard, but I did have to work at it a bit. So the easy off might have been a better option. I'll have to try that next time I clean these. But I was still happy with the Dawn, and I was able to get these cleaned up pretty easily with this little scrubber.
Give me a change. Give me something to love. At least something I can make sense of. Give me freedom. Give me faith to ease my heavy heart. Just some energy to feed up and then get rid of.
So now that they're pretty clean, I'll go ahead and give a rinse to them just so that there's no chemicals still on them when I put them back in the oven. And when I went to rinse them, I could see some spots that I missed. So I went ahead and just touched those off the best that I could. And then I just went ahead and called it good. They're not perfect, but they really don't need to be. I just wanted to make some progress here and get them cleaner than they used to be. Here's the towel that I used. You can kind of see, what all we got off of there. So now I'm gonna work on the oven, and I'll just do the same thing, take that scrubber and just scrub and get as much off as I can, and then I'll go ahead and start wiping them down.
Staying up all night, that will forever be our place. And I know it's been a long time since we were together. There's a special place in my heart that's yours forever. If I could fly right back to where I belong, fly right back to my home sweet home. If I could, I'd take it all back and fly high up above the open sea into another destiny. I close my eyes and I'm back in your arms, I'd fly. Sometimes it feels like you just wanna run. It's easier than facing your own doubts, but it will catch you no matter how far you go. It haunts you every night. I tried so hard to forget what we had, but then something reminds me of you. Do you remember the necklace you gave me? I wear it every day. And I know it's been a long time since we were together, but there's a special place in my heart that's yours forever. If I could fly right back to where I belong, fly right back to my home sweet home. If I could, I'd take it all back and fly high up above the open sea into another destiny. I close my
So I was really happy with the way this came out. Again, it's not perfect. So I did the best I could with it, and I was really happy with the way that this product performed, and I'll definitely be using this one again. And once I had as much off as I could with the sponge and the paper towels, I went ahead and washed out the inside of the oven just with water, just to remove as much of the chemicals as I could before I used the oven.
back and fly high up above the open sea into another destiny. I close my eyes and I'm back in your arms, I'd fly. I'd don't need someone to save me, no, and don't come running to blame me. From miles away I can tell there's something's off. The way you look and how you pause when you talk, I think I said enough.
And now the dishwasher cycle was done, and as you can see, the little container is all empty, and so my dishwasher on the inside is good to go. Now I'm just going to take a minute to get my diffuser going. I wanted the house to start smelling really good, especially here in the kitchen. One of my sweet subscribers, Jen from the Modern Farmstead, was kind enough to send me a couple of essential oil blends. And this one is called Hello Spring. It has jasmine, ylang ylang, lime, and vanilla. So it smells so amazing. So if you guys are interested in essential oils, make sure you go check her out. And if you are a subscriber of mine and you have something you would like me to share on my channel, go ahead and send it to me. I have a P.O. box in my description box, and I would love to see anything involving your small business or what you are up to. So now I'm moving on to cleaning my Keurig, and I like to fill it up halfway with vinegar and halfway with water, and then I'll let that cycle through completely. And then when that's done, I'll go ahead and wash out the reservoir really good with dish soap, fill it up with clear water, and go ahead and run that through until it's finished as well.
'Cause there is no one other than me that can make you feel the way you feel when I hold you. I think I said enough. You said you love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are in your car. Let me see who you are, who you really are. Yeah, don't need you here to say you're sorry. 'Cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it slow, don't be gentle. No, I just gotta know if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Just do it.
Now I'll go ahead and wash out these accessories, and again, I'm just using dish soap, and I'll go ahead and take these pieces apart and just get them scrubbed down really well. And I'm just kind of working my way from the inside to the outside of the Keurig. So the vinegar is what cleans the inside of the Keurig, like the parts that the coffee runs through to be able to brew the coffee. So that's all getting cleaned out with the vinegar. And then the outside I just wipe down with a damp microfiber cloth, and I just wash out all these parts, and that way we can get a good clean on this Keurig.
Do you ever feel you don't get out what you're putting in? All your hopes and efforts are all in vain. Who will pick you up when you've lost everything? Does it all become for granted with a wedding ring? Oh, there must be more. There must be another way. There must be conscience. Different things in different ways. There must be love. There must be a reason.
Now, once the vinegar's gone through and loosened everything in here, as far as just coffee stains and things like that, I like to run a little microfiber cloth through here and, just kind of get up and wipe up whatever the vinegar has loosened. But just be really careful because there is a needle in there, so you don't want to put your fingers by it. But this is what I was able to get off on the cloth. Now, here is the real threat. This is where everything just kind of congeals on there, and this is what happens when you don't clean this part enough. So I originally thought I could just Dawn power wash this and get it off. That worked well for the metal plate, but that did not work so hot for this plastic piece. So you're gonna see that I'm gonna need to soak this in vinegar, and that did a beautiful job. So I'll let you go ahead and see how it turns out.
There must be another way. There must be conscience. Different things in different ways. There must be love. There must be a reason, and a little bit of faith has got to come my way.
So here I'm making a little vinegar bath, half water, half vinegar. I'll go ahead and stick this little part in, and I let it sit for just as long as it took me to clean off all my backsplashes and counters.
I was at the wrong place at the right time, 'cause suddenly there you were with those bright blue eyes. We were conversing under the night sky when you took my hand, said let's leave now. Don't wanna be shy, I will let my guard down. Don't wanna be shy, bar with neon lights, talked about everything that was on our minds. Talking to you gave me butterflies. Then you took my hand, said let's leave now. Don't wanna be shy, I will let my guard down. Don't wanna be shy,
So here you can see vinegar is such a powerful cleaning agent because it just melted everything right off, and the water says it all. So you can see now that it's pretty clean. The water's pretty dirty, just full of coffee. So that did a great job, and I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this off, dry it off, and we'll get this Keurig put back together.
Be shy, I will let my guard down. I wanna laugh out loud, talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder. I wanna laugh out loud, talk a little deeper, kiss a little harder, love a little louder, love a little louder.
Now that the top of the kitchen is clean, I'll go ahead and work on the bottom. What I like to do for the bottom is just clean off the cabinets just like I did the top. And then after that, I will run my washcloth underneath the cabinets where you can see that there's like a baseboard there. And I'll go ahead and try to get that as clean as I can. And then I'll show you what I do after that, because there's one more step I like to add on after that.
Even if I try to leave, you still make me wanna stay. You ask me to believe in the words that you say, but I can't be strong if you can't move on. Don't you think we've had enough?
After I'm done the cabinets and the baseboards, the last thing I like to do is take this scratchy part, scrubber part of my microfiber cloth, and I'll just scrub the floor where it meets the baseboard, because that area tends to get dirt pushed up into it from when I mop every week. And I know the mop's just kind of pushing it up into those corners. And so whenever I clean like this a couple times a year, I'll just go ahead and hand clean this, because it just does a better job than the mop ever will.
For you to leave the past the same, 'cause I've loved you for a lifetime. I wanna go out and face the cold, but it's a really good time for a monologue. Can't let this pass, I find it hard to breathe. The time is up, the bell has rang, and it's really hard to understand that losing you now is the only choice for me. But someday I wrote some cross before.
So for my sink today, I went ahead and used the Mrs. Meyer's cream cleanser, just like I used for my stovetop, and my sink is nice and clean. And then I'll finish it off with this Glisten garbage disposer pod. And so you just put that in and you run your disposal for just a few seconds, I think like 30 seconds. And it smells really good, and it puts like a lemon oil into your disposal and cleans it. And then I'll go ahead and start sweeping this kitchen, because we're gonna give it a good mop.
Minutes ago, you were still mine. Feels like I'm drifting too far from the line. When you left, your final word will leave. The following weeks, I'd understand I will never be that close to someone again. The further I go, the closer you.
You guys know I love my mop. I am such a diehard fan of this mop, the Light and Easy Steam Mop. This is just such a great mop to have. It's very lightweight and it's powerful. And this is my go-to mop for the kitchen and the bathrooms because of the steam feature. I just love how it sanitizes the floors. So I'll go ahead and finish up here, and then we will take a look at our clean and calm space.
When you feel there is time for us, then I'll be by the same old road. If you've never been this tired, then you've never been this in love. When you feel there is time for...
Okay, friends, the kitchen is now clean and calm, and I am so grateful. I'm so happy that this hardest room is done, and I can now just enjoy it. And there's so much more spring cleaning content coming up on my channel, so make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and join our YouTube family, and hit the notifications. Make sure it's set to all so that you don't miss any videos. Get yourself a checklist on my website if you would like to. And thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching all the way to the end. I want to tell you a special thank you. I love you, and I'll see you next week.